Hi everyone, welcome to Chair Yoga with Anna. It's wonderful to be back and welcome those here in the studio along with those at home who will be or are joining us today or who will be watching the replay. So let's get grounded. Let's ground our feet in. We'll begin to show up for yourselves as we do here today is one of the ways that we embrace ourselves. Embrace can be interpreted in many ways, I think. We embrace our practice with intention. We grow in strength and balance and in great thought. And we embrace all that comes along with our practice. And as we have been practicing, we have embraced ourselves through the physical and through the emotional, through the spiritual. And in that trinity is a beautiful embrace in how we come together as one every time we come and practice with each other. So as we are here, I embrace you. I embrace you at home, and thank you for embracing me and continuing to practice with me. So let's begin by grounding our feet in. So feel all four corners of your feet ground in. Hands are nice and rested on your lap. Now, take a moment to just ask yourself what you need today. What is it that you need? In that, if you need groundedness or grounding, palms can be face down on your lap. If you feel you need to receive that energetic love, more of the embrace, palms can be up. If you feel just that you want to connect with your inner wisdom and intuition, letting that intuition grow, which is another embrace of ourselves, I invite you into the Gyan Mudra, which is the index fingers and thumbs touching, resting on your lap, palms up, 3 fingers extended. So take a moment to just scan your body. You can soften your gaze or close your eyes. And as your feet ground in, feel your 2 pelvic points and your sits bones ground into the chair. Begin to breathe in and out of your nose and just noticing the natural rhythm of your breath. And as you continue to see if you can answer the question of what it is you need, scanning your physical body from the ground up. What does your physical body need today? And just taking a moment there. What does your spiritual body need today? And what does your emotional body need today? And as you breathe in, breathing into that spaciousness that is the vessel of your body. And as you exhale, letting go of what no longer serves. As you continue to breathe, feel that spaciousness fill you. And know that whatever you need today, you will find in that space. Bring the breath in and feel your chest expand, lower rib cage expands, belly fills. grounding you in. And as you exhale, let your belly fall, chest fall, let your shoulders soften. Taking that inhale as your chest rises, lower rib cage expands and belly fills. Exhaling, letting belly fall, chest falls. And at any time, any kind of distracting thoughts come in, just know that you always have your breath to come back to. It's your breath that helps you focus. It is the breath that keeps you here. It is the breath that has the power to take you elsewhere. And it is the breath that brings you back to me. And I invite you at this time to bring your hands together at heart center. And sitting up nice and tall as we set the intention for our practice together today. The intention can be anything you would like to work on. It can be a mindfulness practice, a practice of gratitude, a practice of love and expansion, or a practice of releasing. And it is this intention that we carry through our practice and take with us into our daily lives as our intentions drive our actions. Take a deep breath in. And taking that intention in and exhale. And releasing the hands and fluttering your eyes open. Let's begin with our shoulders. Let's lift our shoulders up towards our ears and then let's roll them back. And you can have your hands by your sides and roll the shoulders up and down and around. As we drop our shoulders, let's bring them back up on the in-breath and roll them forward. And then from here, just resting our hands on our lap, let's bring our left ear towards our left shoulder. And then come back to center, right ear comes towards the right shoulder. And then back to center. From here, take that gaze over to the left side. Then let's bring our gaze back to center and take that gaze all the way to the right side. And then come back to center. From here, let's drop the chin down. Take a nice deep breath in and out. And then let's raise our chin back up parallel to the floor. All right. So from here, let's get into the ankle, starting with our left ankle or any ankle and just rotating. And then let's go the opposite direction. And then let's bring it back to center. Gently just lift it, extend it so we can flex and point. Flex and point. Flex and point. And let's bring it back to the other side. Rotating the ankle any direction. And as we're doing this and we're breathing, we are also mindfully connecting with our body. Let's go the opposite direction. So it's not just a matter of our body doing a movement, but we are connecting our breath and movement, our mind and our heart as we do these movements, and then gently bring it back in. From here, let's bring our left knee towards our left shoulder. And from here, you can point and flex or rotate the ankle, whatever feels good to you. And just as a reminder, let's release this knee and do the other side. Just to listen to your body, let's point and flex and rotate. So if anything doesn't feel good, there's too much pain in a particular movement, and you just want to ease off. And then let's bring that back. So easing off any pain, as yoga isn't something that is going to cause more pain. So if it feels uncomfortable, feel free to stop, ease off that movement. Or if you need to rest, just know that you can stop and rest. You can always come back and watch later and rejoin when you're ready. All right, so from here, let's inhale our arms up. Let's bring our palms over our head. Let's look up at our palms. Exhale, bring our palms together at heart center. Inhale, let your palms rise. Exhale, press the palms out and away. Inhale, palms come up. Press the palms firmly together. Exhale, bring them down to heart center and release. From here, let's bring that left shoulder back. And then come back to center. Take that gaze over to the right side and bring that right shoulder back. And then come back to center. All right, so from here, let's place our hands. Let's actually place our thumbs right at our hip joint. So right where you feel that leg crease, where your hip attaches to your torso. Yeah. And fingers can lie just flat wherever it's comfortable, to the sides or just on top. Take an inhale and lengthen through the crown, creating space. And gently press the thumbs down. And feel free to exhale. Take another inhale, lengthen through the crown so crown reaches up towards the ceiling or the sky. Gently press the thumbs in. Shoulders are away from the ears. And then let's begin to go around the world. Let's circle our torso around in any direction is fine. And so as we rotate our torso in our pelvic bowl, you can definitely feel where that joint is. So you can remove your hands from there if you'd like, or whenever you're ready. And just rest them on your lap. Or if it feels good to just leave them there, you can do that too. And then you can do like small circles, big circles. It just depends on what your body wants to do, feels like doing, what feels good. It's your practice and your movement and your feeling good is what matters. And then let's come back to center and we're going to begin to rotate the opposite direction. So remember, no judgment here. No one's looking. And then come all the way around. And then let's come back to center. All right, let's inhale, arms come up. Exhale, press the walls away. And from here, hands on the knees, just on the lap. Let's get into our cat-cow sequence. So on the inhale, we're going to lead with the heart forward. And then our shoulders are going to move back. Our gaze is going to rise. On the exhale, our chin is going to move towards our chest. Shoulders begin to curl forward. Spine curves in, tail tucks. Inhale, lead with your heart. Let your gaze rise. Let your shoulders move back, opening up the chest. Exhale, curl the spine, curve it inward. Bring that heart inward, chin comes towards the chest. Inhale, moving forward, heart moves forward, shoulders move back, your gaze rises. Exhale, tuck the tail, let your chin come towards the chest. And continue with these movements, leading with the heart. Letting your gaze rise on the inhale, and on the exhale, melt your heart inward, shoulders move forward. So we're warming up the spine here, flexing and extending. And if it feels good to close your eyes or soften your gaze, the movements become meditative with the sinking of your breath. And then when you're ready, come back to center. And then from here, just gently ground in, like just feel like you can go back and forth on your chair. And just feeling yourself ground in once again. All right, so let's inhale, arms come up. Exhale, let it all go. Let your hands come to your sides, and then let's reach back, open up the chest. So notice how your shoulders move back, your collarbone broadens, creating space in the chest, creating room to breathe. And then from here, let's move our arms forward. Flip the palm of the left hand with the help of the right. Let's bring those fingers towards us. And just be gentle. Maybe you woke up a little stiff today. All of these movements will help. And then let's flip the palm. Let's bring the fingers towards us in that direction. And then let's do the other side, extending that right arm. Fingers point down with the help of the left. Pull those fingers towards you. And not forgetting to breathe. And then let's flip that palm, fingers point up, pull the fingers back. And then from here, let's extend our palms out, stretch out the fingers nice and wide, and then from here, make a nice fist, and then extend the fingers, and we'll do this for a few movements, a few breaths. One more breath. And then bring your fingers back into a fist, and then we begin to rotate the wrists. Both directions. Just getting into that wrist rotation. And then you can start to bring them down by your sides. And then just release the hands and let it go. All right, so from here, let's inhale that left arm over the left ear. Let's reach through the fingertips. And then relax that arm. Inhale, right arm comes over the right ear. Reach the fingertips. And then release. Let's bring both arms up. Interlace the fingers, and from here, let that pointer finger release. Inhale, lengthen through the crown here. Pull the navel in, and then let's just take a gentle lean over to the right. Sorry, my left, your right. And then come over to the other side. Inhale, lengthen. Take a lean over to the right. And send that backwards. And then come back to center and release. Let your arms drop. And let your arms reach back, opening up here. And then let's release. Shake it out. Let's extend the arms out. From here, let's bring that left arm across the chest, and with the help of the right, let's bring that arm towards us, opening up that back shoulder. And let's release, extend out, bring that right arm across the chest. Help opening up that shoulder with your left hand, pulling that right arm towards you. And then let's extend back out and pretend you're holding a little ball with your hands here. So the ball is in the palm of the hand. We're going to just rotate up and back. So going into the shoulder girdle and its rotation. And then let's relax the hands and bring them back down. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, let it go. All right. From here, let's bring that left shoulder back. Gaze goes over to the left side. And then come back to center. Bring that right shoulder back. And then come back to center. Let's inhale our arms up. Bring them down to your left knee or underneath your left knee and bring that knee over towards your left shoulder. And then release. Inhale, arms come up. Bring them back down to the right knee. Pulling that knee towards your chest or towards your right shoulder. And then from here, let's release. All right, so let's get into the hip joint. And let's rotate the hip joint by creating little circles with the left knee. So we're still sitting up nice and tall. Now remember, the movement is not below the knee or with the knee. It's all in the hip. And then let's go the opposite direction. You could do little circles, maybe you want to do wider circles, just depending on how you want to get into that hip joint. And then let's bring that back. Let's do the other side. Little circles any direction. Maybe one hip is feeling a little bit tighter than the other. And then going the opposite direction. By the end of the practice, we'll all be evened out and much more open. And then let's bring that leg back. Sitting up nice and tall, come to the edge of the chair. We're going to outstretch our legs. And on the inhale, we're going to raise our arms above our heads, look up at our palms, and reach back. Extend through your toes, full body stretch. Take an inhale, and on the exhale, let's bring it all down. All right, let's get into our sun salutation. So sitting up nice and tall, feet are nice and grounded, hip distance apart. We're going to begin by inhaling our arms up. Let's follow our palms, look up at our palms, and let's reach back. Exhale, forward fold, and from here we'll ragdoll. So drop your head, let gravity do the work. You can shake it yes or no. And we could reach out for our opposite elbows and ragdoll here, and if it feels comfortable to sway, you can feel free to do that. And just letting gravity do its work. And then release your hands. From here, place your palms on your shins. Take an inhale, lift the chest up, keep your gaze on the floor in front of you. Bring the shoulders away from the ears, and then from here, let's place our palms on our lap, tuck the elbows in, and come all the way back up to seated. Inhale, arms rise. We'll repeat, look up at the palms and reach back. Exhale, forward fold slowly, because we're going in the opposite direction we just did. Let your head fall. From here, hands on the shins. Inhale, lift your heart up. Gaze is still on the floor, a few feet in front of you. Bring the shoulders back. Let's extend that heart, extend the chest. And then from here, place the hands on the lap, coming all the way back up to seated. All right. So from here, let's do a gentle twist here. So let's bring that left arm up and across to the opposite knee. Let's support our posture by holding onto the side of the chair. So this will just be a small movement. We won't get into a full twist here. So inhale, lengthen through the crown, pull the navel in, and then gently just take that twist over to the right side. So gaze is just over to the right side, not quite over the shoulder yet. And then let's bring it back to center. Release the hands. Inhale, right arm comes across the body to the left knee. Inhale, lengthen through the crown. And then take that twist over to the left side. Gaze is just to the left. Not quite over the shoulder yet. And then let's come back to center. All right, let's inhale, arms come up. Lengthen through the fingertips. Exhale, let's bring our hands underneath our knee on the left side. Bring that knee over to the chest. And release. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, let's bring our hands underneath our right knee and pull that knee towards you. And then release. Inhale, both arms rise. Now let's look up at the palms and let's reach back. Exhale, forward fold. Ground your feet in, drop your head. Inhale, let your chest rise. So your neck is nicely aligned with your spine. As you inhale, lengthen through the crown, pull the navel in, place the palms on your lap, and rise all the way to seated. All right. From here, inhale, arms come up. Let's do chair pose. So arms stay parallel to the ears. So we are on the edge of the chair. From here, if you have shoulder tenderness or high blood pressure, you want to bring your arms just in front of you. So arms parallel to the ears if there isn't any issue as such. Inhale, lengthen through the crown, through the fingertips, pull the shoulders away from the ears. From here, we'll do it on the chair first. Let's lean forward. Okay, just a slight lean forward, so we're making a beautiful angle with our body. Ground the feet in. So feel all four corners of the foot ground in. Shift your weight back to the heels. As you do that, your lower back will slightly tuck. Okay. Take a nice deep breath in and hold your posture as you breathe. And then gently rise, arms stay where they are. Exhale, release, shake it out. All right, let's inhale, arms rise. Look up at the palms and reach back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale for your half lift. Let your chest rise. Gaze is just a few feet in front of you. And then placing your palms on your lap, tucking in the elbow, coming all the way back up to seated. Inhale, let your arms come up and underneath the right knee. Left knee. And bring that knee towards your chest. And then release. Inhale, arms come up. Now they come back down to the right knee. Pull that knee towards your chest. And then release. From here, let's do second chair pose. Arms stay parallel to the ears. This time, your option to stay in the chair as I scooch up or to stand. So to stand, just make sure that you're on the edge of the chair and you're grounding your feet in. So on the inhale, arms lengthen, shoulders away from the ears, pull the navel in, and up we go. Let's sit in our chair. From here, shift your weight back into the heels, pull your navel in, let your chest rise, sit a little lower. You got this, and then gently come back down to seated. Inhale, arms come up. Look up at the palms and reach back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale for your half lift. Let your chest rise. And exhale, hands on the lap, coming all the way back to seated. All right, so bring your awareness back to your feet. Feet are still nice and parallel to each other, so make sure that your heels are behind the toes. All right, So a good visual, 2 fists between the feet, is always a good guide. Let's inhale, arms rise. Look up at the palms and reach back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale for your half lift, let your chest rise. And from here, placing the palms on your lap, tucking in the elbows, coming all the way to seated. From here, let's do Cobra. Keep your elbows tucked, lengthen through the crown, bring the shoulders back. From here, lean forward. Let your gaze rise. And as your gaze rises, lead the heart forward as your shoulders move back. Tuck the elbows in. And then gently press into the lap, extend the arms just slightly. And then gently come back to seated, releasing. Inhale, arms come up. Look up at the palms and reach back. Exhale, forward fold. Drop your head, and as you inhale, place your hands on your lap, lift the chest. Align your neck and spine by keeping that gaze in front of you. And then gently place your hands on your lap, coming all the way back to seated. Inhale, arms come up. Let's bring our arms down to our left knee. Pull that knee towards our chest. And release. Arms rise once again. Exhale, bringing it down to the right knee. Pull that knee towards you. And then release, getting back into chair pose. Inhale, arms come up. Choice to stay in the chair or hovering over the chair. So just making sure that your feet are nice and hip distance apart. On the inhale, reach through the fingertips, pull the navel in, and up we go. All right. From here, continue to breathe. Lift the chest. Bring the weight into the heels. Sit a little lower. You got this. And then gently come back down to the edge of your chair. Release the hands. All right. Adjust yourself just as needed. And then inhale, arms come up. Follow the palms. Reach back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale for your half lift. And exhale, up we go back to seated neutral. All right. Inhale, arms come up. Bring the palms together. Exhale, bring them down to heart center. Let's take a lean. We'll do a seated twist. So let's lean forward. Inhale, pull the navel in. Take that twist over to the left side. Bring that right elbow over to the left knee. So just as much as you can. If it doesn't go that far, that's okay. I'm placing my elbow just to give it some leverage, pressing into that left knee. Gaze goes over to the left side. Open up the chest. Bring that left shoulder back. Breathe through it. And then let's come back to center. Let's release and come all the way back up to seated. We'll do the other side in just a moment. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, release. Inhale, arms come up. Bring the palms together. Exhale, bring them down to heart center. Parallel the elbows to the floor. Inhale, lengthen, pull the navel in. We take that lean forward. And then inhale, exhale, take that twist over to the right side. Again, my elbow is coming out on the outer edge of that knee. Bring that right shoulder back, open up the chest. Gaze goes up towards the ceiling or just in front of you, just straight ahead, just depending on how it feels for your neck. Breathe through it. And then let's come back to center. Come back to seated. Building up a little heat here. Inhale, arms come up. Look up at the palms and let's reach back. Exhale, forward fold. inhale for your half lift. Hands on the shins. Let your chest rise. And then place your hands on your lap, coming all the way back up to seated. Beautiful. From here, let's stand. And shake it out if you need to. All right. From here, standing up nice and tall, let's do mountain pose. So feet are nice and hip distance apart. Toes point forward, heels behind the toes. Lift the insteps of the feet. Engage your quads. Lift the chest, bring the shoulders back, palms face forward. Feel your glutes reach towards your heels, pull the navel in. Let your crown reach up towards the ceiling, towards the sky. Take a nice deep breath in. Feel that spaciousness in the chest, and then exhale. Soften the shoulders, soften the arms. Inhale, arms come up. Look up at the palms and let's reach back. Exhale, let's forward fold, placing the hands on the base of the chair. Or you can have, if you have a table, you can do that. Inhale, lift the chest here, and you can tent your fingers if that feels good. And then place your hands on the back of the chair. Coming all the way back up to standing. Come onto your tiptoes. Tuck the elbows in. Lean forward. And then gently coming back to standing, dropping the heels. Take a few steps back, going into downward facing dog. So reach forward with your arms. Hips reach back, soften the knees here. Keep the shoulders in their sockets. You feel that nice stretch in the upper, mid, and lower back. Keep your tummy tucked. That also enhances the stretch here. And as your shoulders are in their sockets, you feel them just wrap around your rib cage. And then from here, gently rise. With the help of the chair, you can walk forward. All right, so from here, let's expand our stance. We're going to go into a goddess pose. So toes point out, heels point in. We're going to squat. All right, so from here, settle into the squat. Lift your chest. So your spine is still nice and long, and then you can gently sway. Notice how it feels in the hips. And then come back to center, press and stand up. Exhale, bend the knees, squatting and swaying. Just keeping it easy on the hips. And then from here, lift the chest, come all the way to standing. All right, you feel that? Take a deep breath in and out. One more time, down we go. Inhale. You got this. Bend the knees. Tuck the tail, lift the chest, sway a little bit. Let's inhale our arms up as we come back to center. Exhale, goddess arms. And then let's rise. Let's touch the palms together. Exhale, let's come down. Inhale, touch the palms. Exhale, squat and goddess arms. Once again, let's rise, palms together. Exhale, bend the knees, tuck the tail, lift the chest, and up we go. Release the hands. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, let it go. All right, so from here, let's just actually heel toe our feet back. Take a few steps back, going into downward facing dog. Remembering to keep the feet nice and parallel to each other. Extend the arms forward. Arms are parallel to the ears. Let's shift those hips back. As you keep your arms in their sockets, feel the scapulas wrap around your rib cage. Take a nice deep breath in and out. Another round of breath. Pull the navel in towards the back of the spine. Nice solid core here, and then gently take that walk back up. All right, so take a few steps back here just to have enough space where your hands are extending in front of the chair. Heel toe your feet back out into that stance, into that B stance, and just where it feels comfortable. Okay, so from here, take an inhale and lift the chest, shoulders move back. We're going to hinge forward. Soften the knees. Okay, from here, inhale, left arm rises, opening up the heart, and bring it back down. Other side. Inhale, let your right arm rise. Exhale, bring it back down. Again, left side opens. And exhale, let it come back. One more time. Reach up with the right and float it back down. From here, extend your arms. Lift yourself up. And then heel toe your feet back to hip distance apart. Let's inhale, arms come up. Exhale, let's reach back, interlace the fingers. Open up the heart. Bring your awareness back to your feet. So we shifted our feet, so just make sure that your feet are nice and parallel. Hip distance apart. Open up here, so shoulders shift back. On the inhale, lengthen through the crown. Exhale, we're going to lean forward, take a bow. Making sure we don't hit the chair. Maybe your arms rise. You can soften the knees as much as you need to. And then gently lift the chest, come all the way back to standing. And release, shake it out. And then roll the shoulders if that feels good. All right, so from here, let's take a sway next to our chair or behind the chair. So just a comfortable stance as we begin to sway the body back and forth. And then coming back to center, let's do our breath of joy. Okay. On the inhale, we're going to bend the knees and reach up. So let's inhale, reach. Exhale, ha sound on the exhale. Inhale. Exhale, ha. Inhale. Reach. Exhale, ha. One more time. And ha it out. And reach, 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 reach. Close your eyes. Just notice. Bring the palms together. Bring them down to heart center. Just notice that stillness. Heart's beating and saying thank you. Let's step into a balancing pose. You can get behind the chair or you can stay right where you are. I'm going to keep my hands at heart center and I invite you to do the same. And if you need to place your hand on the chair for balance, that's totally okay too. All right, so from here, pick a spot as a focal point. So something that's not moving. We're going to shift our weight over to the left side. So foot is nice and grounded in. Remember those exercises where we spread the toes? Spread the toes and ground them in. Engage the quad. So nice solid quad here that we're standing on. So it feels like an elephant foot. Okay, from here, kickstand your foot, your right foot on the ankle, toes are okay to be left on the floor. So on the ankle or on the calf. Lift your chest. If you feel you have your balance, you can begin to reach for your tree. And it's okay to balance out and fall back out. You just get back in. It's a practice. So what I'm doing is I'm engaging my quad. So I'm flexing that quad to stay balanced. I'm going to reach for my tree. I can keep my palms together if I want, or if you want, or I can just reach out like we're branching. If you really want to play with the balance, you can sway. And then bring the palms together when you're ready. Controlled. Continue to breathe. And release. Beautiful. Great job, everyone. All right. So let's do the other side. Same thing, feel like you have a nice, strong standing leg on the right side. So shift your weight over to the right side. Flex that quad, engage the leg. As you flex the quad, the kneecap lifts. Kickstand your foot where you feel comfortable. So it can be here. It can be here. And baby steps. You know, if you want to even play by lifting the toes and placing them on your foot, you can. So notice how my toes can kind of catch my balance. You could do that too. Or place the foot on the calf. Let your knee fall open. Lift the chest. Bring the shoulders back. Pull the navel in. Notice how I'm engaging my quad, lifting the kneecap, staying nice and focused. When I have my balance, let's reach up. And branch out. You can sway. It's okay if you fall out, you just get back in. Ta-da! And place your hands together. Come back to center and release. Awesome job. Let's inhale our arms up. Exhale, let it go. That's why this is practice. All right, so let's sit down. This time I got my pigeon down, okay? So let's sit down and let's do pigeon. All right, so options in pigeon. We can cross, starting on the left side. So cross that left ankle on the right. If there's any hip issues, hip replacement, you can cross the knee, cross the legs. I'm going to place my left ankle on my right thigh. And we're going to flex the foot here, aligning the ankle and the knee together. Resting your hands on the inner knee, inner ankle. Take an inhale, lengthen through the crown. Pull the navel in. Notice what you feel as you're doing that. I felt it in my sacral area, so in my lower back. Take a breath here. On the next inhale, continue to lengthen through the crown, shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, take that lean forward, slowly. Slowly as the outer glutes and outer hips say hello. So you will feel it all in here. Take another breath in. Exhale. Maybe you want to hinge a little more. And just take it a little bit at a time. Breathing through that space. And we are creating the spaciousness in the hip. Last breath. And then gently rise slowly. Release the leg. And just sit here for a moment. And just take notice of how your left side feels as opposed to the right. And then let's move into the right side. So my right side right now is a lot tighter than my left. So again, option 1, option 2, option 3. Flex the foot. Hands rest on the inner knee, inner thigh. Inhale, lengthen, pull the navel in, tuck the elbows in. Exhale, lean forward, hinge forward at the hips. So we're not doing a waist movement here, we're doing a hip movement. So we're hinging from this hip area here, not from the waist. Inhale, lengthen. Continue to draw the navel in towards the back of the spine. Gaze is just a few feet in front of you, so you're still looking down at the floor in front of you. If you're looking at me, you're kinking your neck, so that misaligns the neck and the spine. So you want to bring that gaze down. Inhale, lengthen through the crown. Exhale, melting into it. And then gently release, coming all the way back up. And release the leg. Once again, just sitting down and noticing. I think they both feel a little looser. All right. So from here, just sway back and forth in your chair. Let's inhale our arms up. Let's exhale. Bring the hands below the left knee. Bring that knee up towards your chest. And then extend that foot out. And then bring it back in. Keep that foot flexed. Extend out. And then bring it back in and release. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, let's bring them down below to the right knee. Bring that knee towards your chest. Push that heel out. Flexing the foot, bring it back in towards the chest. Extend and bring it back in. And then extend one more time and let's release. Awesome. Let's inhale, arms come up. Exhale, let it all go. Shake it out. Maybe move the shoulders. All right, so let's settle in. Let's sit for a nice Shavasana here and deep relaxation. You can soften your gaze or close your eyes. And notice if you're leaning forward and not noticing, or maybe you're leaning back in the chair. Just bring your shoulders to a line over your hips. And then just as you sit with your eyes closed or softened gaze, take a moment to scan your body. And just notice if there's any tension anywhere. And breathing into that space. Let your sits bones ground in and melt into the chair. Let your thighs relax, quads release. Soften the shoulders. Are you clenching anywhere? Are your hands relaxed on your lap? Are you clenching your jaw? Just take a moment to just loosen the body. Let your eyes fall into their sockets, or your gaze can be behind your cheekbones, or bring up that gaze to your third eye. Let your cheeks relax, tongue softens. brows relax. We welcome the full deep body relaxation where we absorb all of the benefits of all the hard work we did in our practice today. Enjoy your Shavasana. Continue to keep your eyes closed as I read to you from the Radiance Sutras by Dr. Lauren Roche. The next time the thought arises, I want this, or I think that, grab hold of this I. Perceive it by itself. Wonder, who is this I? I am animal. I am human. I am a loving heart. I am a questing mind. I am a particle of infinity. I am a witness to creation. I am consciousness itself. In meditation, embrace all these dimensions. Reach into the source, the luminous world of dancing energies in ever-changing relatedness. As you continue to keep your eyes closed, let's begin to bring awareness back into the body by wiggling your toes and your fingers. And I invite you to bring your hands at heart center, to breathe into that spaciousness heart. And I invite you to join me to bring your prayer hands up to your third eye as a reminder to think kind thoughts, down in front of your lips as a reminder to speak kind words, and back down to your spacious heart as a reminder to live life full of love, joy, compassion, and grace. It is my honor to guide your practice today. Thank you for practicing with me as I humbly take a deep bow to you. Thank you so much for honoring me. See you next week.